What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben gaming video. If my voice is sounding a little bit weird, it's because I have a really bad sore throat, and to be honest, I'm just not particularly feeling very well. So I just want to make a video though, because E3 has been cancelled for this year, and I just don't see something where E3 is ever going to survive again. Now, obviously, we know that earlier in the year, we heard that PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo were not going to be showing at E3, and that kind of already put a thing of, well, what is actually going to be at E3, because they're the main events. They're where they release things like God of War trailers and Ghost of Tsushima and big games like that, where we hear about at E3 is where we hear about things like that. So with those guys dropping out, it's a real shame, but we got some stuff to read here, and I want to give my thoughts and feelings and opinions on this, and whether this is going to really affect anything, because I don't think it's a massive deal, to be honest. And I just want to have a read through this article. So it says here, this was a difficult decision because of all the effort we and our partners put towards making this event happen. But we had to do what's right for the industry and what's right for E3, said Repop's Kyle Marston Kish in a statement shared with GameSpot. We appreciate and understand the interested companies wouldn't have playable demos ready, and that resourcing challenges made being at E3 this summer an obstacle they couldn't overcome. For those who did commit to E3 2023, we're sorry we can't put on a showcase you deserve and that you've come to expect from Repop's event experiences. So that is the statement they've officially released. Sorry for my reading being bad. As I said, I'm just all over the place at the moment. I'm not feeling too great, so I'll try and keep this shorter. But that's the official statement. Obviously, Sony pulled out, Microsoft pulled out, Nintendo pulled out, and I think even Ubisoft do their kind of own events now, so they wouldn't be taking part in that if they've actually got anything to show and got the money to do an event. But why I don't think this is the biggest deal in the world is because we already have so many fantastic showcases. Personally, for someone who lives in the UK, where we don't even get the opportunity to have an E3 or something like that here, we'd have to fly all the way out there. It's just something I'm never going to do. It's something I've wanted to do, but it's just not in my budget and not something I want to spend my money on. And it's not that big of a deal. They don't have playable demos there anymore anyway, really. So it's not really a big thing to be done. I personally look forward to the PlayStation showcases, the state of play things that they do, and all the announcement things they do. Xbox have their own developer direct now, and Nintendo obviously have their own direct. Nintendo were kind of the ones who started it with their directs over the COVID kind of, well, and before that actually, Nintendo have always done kind of direct stuff, and I really enjoy that. It's kind of like the Apple presentation. For example, the Apple keynote I watch for the new iPhone every single year, and it's something I actually get excited about. I know it's to overhype devices that they're about to sell you, but I enjoy just looking at the features. I don't always buy them, but I enjoy looking at the features and seeing what is coming of this iPhone this year. So same thing for these games. You know, they show a trailer of something like Spider-Man 2, and then you know it's not coming for a little while, but you know it's in the works, and it's kind of nice that Sony don't have to wait for a big event. You don't have to wait for summer to hear about all these great games. Sony can put on an event, Nintendo can put on an event, and Microsoft can put on an event whenever they well please. And that to me is more exciting. As soon as I see that state of play logo, and I'm like, oh wow, I can get excited about what games I'm going to be seeing, well, coming to PC in the future for myself, because I'm more of a PC gamer. And Microsoft, obviously, all their stuff comes to PC, but I like seeing what they've done. And the Developer Direct, where they shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush, for example, was so good. That was such an amazing thing. I really enjoyed the fact that they did something like that, and actually stealth launched a game or shadow dropped a game that was a massive hit, and is one of my favorite games on the Xbox platform. I play it on PC, but I just mean from Xbox. It's one of my favorite first-party games that they brought. So, and obviously we've had things like the Redfall Direct. We're going to get a Starfield showcase and see various different things like that around the games that are launching. So, you know, we get to see more into these games and more from the actual people creating the games, rather than just a trailer or something like that at E3. We actually get to have the developers talk to us, communicate us about what they've been working on and what's been going on with that. So as much as I think it's a shame, and probably the people who tend to go to these things every year and don't have to travel abroad to do it, I'm sure it's really sad that they get together with their friends, they meet up at these places, and they get to experience all these amazing things. In the past, they got to try demos and stuff, which hasn't been done for years, I don't think anyway, but I imagine that's very, very sad. But with the internet and the way the whole industry and other industries are going, the way information is received now is not the same as it used to be. Hence why, like, at your local game stores and stuff like that, there's not midnight releases anymore for stuff like Call of Duty each year, or every however many years, what Microsoft decide to do with it. But there isn't like releases like, you know, in store anymore like that for midnight stuff. It's just received differently. You pre-order a game now, you download it, it's done by the time you even wake up in the morning most likely, and you can play it then. So things are just different. The way the industry's going is a digital way, and receiving information by game trailers and stuff like that and presentations online is the preferred way. E3 was always very targeted at people around that location. People like myself couldn't even watch it live on the events and stuff through the internet, because it was done at a time where it wasn't suitable for where my location is to watch, because I'd be working, etc. Whereas all the state of plays, UK time seemed to be 10 p.m. The Xbox ones seem to be in the evening, and the Nintendo ones are always in the evening, and they're kind of suited for more countries as well, so you can actually watch live and be part of that presentation, which is something that I've always preferred about these live events. But let me know what you think. Are you sad about no more E3? Is this an upsetting thing for you? Have you been to E3 before? I'm always interested to hear people's opinions, because I've never been to E3, so it doesn't bother me that much, but I want to hear you guys' opinions on what you think of this. And do we think it's going to be cancelled in the future? Is this going to be the last time they try to set it up? I know that the E3 CEO's been fired recently, and he's been completely pushed out of all that sort of stuff. So is this the downfall of something, that this isn't just a this year thing, this is never going to happen again? I don't know. I don't see this as a thing of it's going to be continuing when you've got these other ways of getting your stuff to the consumer, and better ways, in my opinion. More people get to access it. As I said, I've never watched an E3 live event, but I've watched every single PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox showcase that they do. So already, in my opinion, I get the information better through showcases. But let me know what you think. Please let me know what you think of the content that I'm doing recently. I'm trying to do the best I can with keeping up to as much stuff that's going out. I do work a full-time job. This is not my job. So getting videos out there isn't as easy as some other people who get to upload a video the instant second that they hear this news. I have to do it the next day or whatever. It's a little bit harder for me, but hopefully you like the content. As I say, leave a like. It really, really helps me out. Subscribe. We're really growing. This channel's grown so much, and I'm so proud of what I've achieved and what you guys do for me. It really helps me, and I just can't appreciate you guys enough. So thank you for that, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye-bye for now.